Let me show you the final file supply for the QED project I've been documenting. You ready? So here's the logo demonstrated on the front cover in the corporate colours that we've chosen. QED Project Services. We chose orange because they're actually based in Holland. Moving through, we start with the logo where it sort of always begins, and I'm demonstrating here the logo execution on orange backgrounds. We've also got some supporting brand assets, and I've demonstrated these at the bottom of the page in the tertiary colour. More on that later. If we're presenting the logo on a olive background, the colour execution of the logo elements is slightly different, so they're demonstrated here. And if we're going to show the logo on a white background, the colour orientation changes again. So all of these factors, they're all demonstrated nice and clearly in the first few pages. Then we break down the colours. So we've named them: energy orange, deep olive and muted teal. We've got all of the hex codes, the RGB and the CMYK all demonstrated there. So it's nice and easy to replicate these colours on screen or in print. Also demonstrate the fonts, another core element to this brand. We've got the primary font for use for the logo, which is Euro Style Extended Black. A great Google alternative for this is Microma, and copy should always be produced in Roboto. Both of these fonts available on Google's library, so easy for the client to get hold of. Okay then, so here is our brand asset pack. I like to keep this as simple as possible. So the first thing we always do is start with the logo. So the logo files are all stored in this top folder. I supply JPEG, PNG and the vectors. I like to supply the JPEG and the PNGs in black and white and also in full colour. So that's the same for the PNGs as well. With the vectors, I like to keep it a little bit simpler for my clients. So we have for print, for web, and I produce a CMYK for print and an RGB for web. So they know exactly what they need to supply to whoever's going to be producing websites for them in the future, or all the developers will need is the web folder there. Or if they're doing any printing, they've got the files already set up, ready to go. So the second folder that I supply, the stationery files. Typically this includes letterhead, and a continuation sheet, so there's graphics there that can be inserted into a Word document, and we've also got some LinkedIn graphics. So we've got the business page header, the personal profile header, and the QED profile image, which can be used on business pages. Incidentally, that could also be used on Instagram, Facebook, any other social platform. So that's supplied, all formatted to the correct resolution and to the correct dimensions specified by the LinkedIn network. Then we move into the PowerPoint slide backgrounds. So they wanted to have some graphics to standardize their PowerPoint decks. So we've got two general slides for light and dark, and we've got the header slide, so that'll be the title of the presentation, and then a subheader section slide. So those graphics are locked in JPEG format there. I like to supply a few extra resources and freebies. So there's a digital copy of my book. I've also gone on and found the Google fonts for them, and I like to supply my file types cheat sheet to give them some extra info on what files are used for what, and then there's a couple of other bits in there that I like to supply. So there you have it. 3 reels, the beginning, the middle and the end. That's the story of how I present my work to clients when I'm working with them on a branding project. And although this was a slightly diluted, shrunken down version of how I normally deliver projects, it does demonstrate the level and the depth that I go to when working with clients on small startup projects such as this. I'll be doing some more in-depth videos on a larger scale project in due course, so please keep checking back. I hope this is useful for you. I hope you get some insight from it. If you've got any questions, please do shoot me a DM or drop a comment below. Thanks.